Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, accompanied by the beautiful and the queen Taylor, and today we're going to be taking a look at 14 reasons the Philippines is different from the rest of the world, because we're going to travel to the Philippines. We're going to make vacation plans, and this is a part of our education process. We're already it's so crazy. We looked at places to rent, and oh gosh, you guys, if you only knew outside of YouTube the things that we were looking up, and our YouTube channel's flooded. So I figured, okay, let's take your recommendations and let's watch them together so we can get insider information on the Philippines before we go travel to it.
Yes.
We wanted to go to a tropical place. A tropical place, you guys. This is from Brightside, a channel that has 44. Have you ever seen Brightside? I think I've seen their Snapchats.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I've never seen them on YouTube, but I think I've seen TikTok reels or snappies.
Very possible.
All right, let's get into it, baby.
All right.
Let's get physical. I want to get... No?
I want to get into this video.
Damn it.
What if I told you there is a country where over 175 languages are spoken,
Wow.
people text more than anywhere else in the world, and boxing fights directly influence crime rates?
What?
It sounds pretty much unbelievable, but it's all true in the Philippines. 14.
Is it?
There are more than 175 spoken languages. There are
That's
two official
insane.
languages in the Philippines: Filipino, based on Tagalog, and English. Filipino is the most commonly spoken in
Tagalog.
pop culture language, and the
Tagalog?
government...
Wait.
Yeah, I
'Cause
thought
I
it
always
was
said it was-
Tagalog.
Yeah, I always thought it was Tagalog.
Yeah, I did too. Tagalog? Is that how I said it? Yeah, back it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna back it up. I knew that English was one of the main languages in the Philippines, and I feel like the American and Philippine relationship, from a governmental standpoint and from a long generational alliance, and has always been tight. We've fostered such a good bond with the Philippines as an ally. It makes sense, I think. All right. Tagalog.
languages in the Philippines: Filipino, based on Tagalog, and English.
Tagalog.
Filipino is
Tagalog.
the most commonly spoken in pop culture language, and the government of the country uses English in their work. By the way, the Philippines are number 5 on the list of the world's top English-speaking populations after US, India, Pakistan, and the UK. All this sounds pretty plain and ordinary, but in fact, the diverse linguistic groups living in the country use over 175 languages for their internal communication. Since many of them exist only in
insane.
spoken
So, yeah,
form,
this
it's
is coming.
impossible to calculate the exact amount.
What does that mean? Only
13.
in spoken form. So they don't have it in writing. It's kind of like slang or something.
I guess I didn't catch that. I was reading all the lists there.
So they were listing out different spoken form languages, because there's 175 of them, right? That, there's no way. So they were saying most of those were just spoken form, right?
Interesting.
That is very interesting. What are some of those in the comments? Leave down in the comments give us some examples. I would love to try to look on Babbel or Rosetta Stone and see if you can you even find them?
I was gonna say if they're spoken only, I don't know if
Yeah.
they would be on there.
Whoa. All right. Their capital is the most
Their capital is the
populated.
most densely populated city in the world. The nation's capital, Manila, and its 16 surrounding cities that make up the Metro Manila area have a population of 12.8 million people.
That's
During the
crazy.
daytime, this number gets way higher since many people come here to work. And while the number doesn't sound that crazy, take note that all these people live and work in an area of 16.56 square miles. This makes the population density equal to 111,002 people per square mile. And that's
Because-
5 times higher than in
So I'm trying to look at they have the people in here, and I'm just trying to see if it's sardines, because the way it sounds like it's sardines almost. That's kind of nuts.
Packed.
Mumbai or Paris, for example. 12. They have churches in shopping malls. Shopping malls aren't merely a place where you buy stuff for Filipinos. They are safe, air-conditioned community hubs with gyms, health clinics, concert halls, nightclubs, parks, and even churches inside.
Interesting.
So it's no surprise that they are the favorite place to meet up with friends for so many locals. And 3
So I love how their malls are more like community hubs instead
Yeah.
of just shopping malls.
Yeah.
Like they have all these other things that like bring communities together rather than just being like J.C. Penney's.
Yeah.
We had this mall frenzy in the 80s in America where shopping malls were just being popped up, and now there's so many desolate, like just vacant malls. It's something out of like an apocalyptic movie.
Yeah, they're not a thing anymore.
They're really not a thing.
They have
They're
like
not this
outdoor
nice.
shopping plazas now instead, where it's like one shop and then you go to the next shop. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is really cool where it's like, yeah, like you said, multiple, churches and gyms and concert halls even, and that's just incredible. It's like your one-stop shop for everything you need.
But again, community, right? Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool. I'm gonna back it up just a little bit.
concert halls, nightclubs, parks, and even churches inside.
Parks.
So it's no surprise that they are the favorite place to meet up with friends for so many locals. And 3 of the world's 10 largest shopping malls are located in the Philippines. They are
Wow.
Mega Fashion Mall of SM Mega Mall, SM City North EDSA, and SM Mall of Asia. 11. Filipinos are
pretty cool.
the #1 texting nation in the world.
That's
You already know
wild.
Filipinos love meeting up with friends at shopping malls, and when they can't see each other in person, they text. And when they do it, they rarely limit it to, "Hey, how are you?" In fact, they send about 400 million texts a day. And that's around 142 billion texts a year.
That's
It's more
crazy.
than the US and Europe put together. Not
Yeah.
exactly
Wow.
a little number for a country of 107 million people. 10.
Do you guys text? So I text really slow. I'm
Yeah.
a 2-finger texter. I think I had a flip phone most of my life. My phone now is a Samsung Galaxy S8. It's an S8. I think they're on rendition 24 now. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But like I can't text to save my life.
I'll send him a text about something like important and I'll be like expecting a response quickly. And it'll be like 5 minutes have gone by, and then I'll just call and be like, okay, I texted you. I'm still waiting for a response.
And they have like that swipe.
Mhm.
Oh my God. Have you ever seen anybody swiping with the texts?
Yeah, I do it sometimes.
That's insane, you guys.
I'm a
and-
really fast texter, and I can usually text without looking to my family, my grandparents especially. Are always like, geez, because you just hear my keyboard like click, 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 click.
It's scary. I would love when we're down there, we got to have like a text on. A
A
text
text off.
A text off? Yeah. I'm going to get a local and be like, all right, we're going to text each other and see who could do it faster.
Well, if it's you or them, they're definitely winning.
No, you.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't I would lose.
I feel like our 7-week-old baby could text faster than
All
you.
right, now you're just being cruel.
They have a unique form of transportation. If you visit Manila, you'll notice some interesting looking vehicles
That's
called
really cool.
jeepneys. They are converted
Jeepneys?
U.S. Army Jeeps that stayed in the country after World War II. Filipinos adapted them to transport up to 18 passengers who jump on the jeepney going in their direction and ring the bell for it to stop. There are about 50,000 jeepneys in Manila, and
Yeah,
they
that's
all
really
look
cool.
different, with basketball stars,
Those are
cartoon characters,
fun.
inspirational quotes, neon lights, and whatnot on them.
Like a
There are
round
2
top?
major problems with jeepneys: safety concerns and pollution. They produce huge
Yeah.
amounts of black smoke. So hurry up if you want to ride before they get replaced with a rapid transit system.
I want to ride
9.
on
One of the islands has more volcanoes than towns. The
Wow.
Philippines are, without a doubt, a super scenic location. Among all the islands that are a part of it, Camigan sure stands out, with more
Camigan.
volcanoes per square mile than any other island on the planet. The island is 14 miles long and 8.5 miles wide, and has 7 volcanoes and 5 towns. And even
Oh
though
my
earthquakes
gosh.
and eruptions shaped it, volcanoes have been deep asleep since the 50s, so thousands of tourists can safely visit the island these days. 8. Their
I don't know if I
national
like my
flag
odds.
has a secret meaning.
Oh.
The national flag of the Philippines has 2 bands of blue and scarlet, and a white triangle at the hoist with a yellow sun and 8 rays, each of them standing for one province of the country. The yellow stars stand for the 3 largest island groups: Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. What makes the flag really unique is that it can be reversed to declare a state of war. This happened during the
Oh.
Filipino Revolutionary War of 1898 to 1901 and during World War II in 1941 to 1945. 7.
really cool.
Yeah, it
Boxing
is.
directly affects crime rates in the country. Filipinos love boxing and are crazy about their most famous boxer, Manny Pacquiao. Whenever he
course.
fights, the whole country is glued to its TV sets.
I believe
And
that.
according to the Philippine National Police, PNP, crime rates in the country drop significantly when he's in the ring. During his 12-round fight
Oh.
against American boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. that went from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., not a single crime was committed in the whole Manila metropolitan area. It
Let's
was basically
go.
the same during other major fights with the participation of the people's champ, Manny Pacquiao.
Manny's
6.
a beast,
A lot
though.
of
Yeah.
Filipinos work abroad. It might be because of their flexible and reliable character, or the fact that they speak great English as a second language. But more than 11 million Filipinos work abroad. It's around 11% of the population, and a quarter of all overseas nurses in the world come from the Philippines.
I worked with a
5.
Filipino nurse. One of the
Their
sweetest
rice
women I've ever met.
terraces are the eighth
Yeah.
She
wonder
brought
of
me
the
back
world.
something when she
Banawa
visited one
rice
time.
terraces.
Sorry.
No, I can't hear you. So I wanted to hear the
I was
Filipino nurse.
blabbing.
So you worked with a Filipino nurse before in America?
Yeah, when I was working at the nursing home, one of our nurses is from the Philippines, and she's like one of the nicest people I've met in my entire life. And she went back for a visit while we were working together, and she brought me back a souvenir. It's
Oh,
that shell on the keychain shell thing that I showed
Oh,
you
yeah,
like 2 weeks ago.
that's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's like a, I don't know what kind of shell.
That
actually.
came from the Philippines?
Mhm.
That's really sweet. And I mean, I don't want to downplay. There's a lot of Filipino and, American Filipinos.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I said that weird.
I was like, yeah,
But like we've integrated our cultures pretty well.
yeah.
I think that there's a lot more, than you realize.
Mm-hmm. I
mean,
agree.
In America. And probably a shit ton of Americans live in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past me.
Are the oldest in the world and were so smartly designed that they still bring a harvest of rice and vegetables, most of which get exported.
That's beautiful.
And it is believed
that's
if all
really
the
pretty.
terraces had been built end to end, they would stretch halfway around the world. Today, these places bring the country more money as a tourist destination than rice plantations, and thus they play an important role for the
Wow.
economy of the Philippines. 4. They produce a lot of coconuts. For years, the Philippines had been the #1 producer of coconuts in the world. And even though the leadership now belongs to Indonesia, 153,532,000 tons per year is
Wow.
still an
Kinda
impressive
crazy.
number, isn't it? These coconuts
'Cause I
are
thought it
used
was
to
the
make anything
Bahamas.
from clothing to beauty products. 3. The first European to visit the Philippines was Ferdinand Magellan. The legendary explorer made the first record of the archipelago among the Europeans in 1521. He
Archipelago,
founded the
that's
first
what I was
settlement
thinking
in
of.
Cebu, and thus most of the area became a Spanish colony. This explains the fact that around 90% of the population are Christian, unlike most of the country's neighbors. In 1898, the Philippines went under U.S. rule and later, in 1946, became an independent republic.
Good for you
2.
guys.
A Filipino made the first karaoke machine.
Really?
If you love to sing
Makes
along,
sense,
we
yeah.
want to thank Filipinos for your favorite pastime. The first karaoke machine in the world was created in 1975 by Roberto Del Rosario. He patented as the
Look 'em up.
sing-along system,
Yeah.
and even though there were some attempts to claim his creation, he still remains the only patent holder for the karaoke system. 1.
That's crazy.
The population is extremely good-looking. Along with their love for
Hey!
boxing, texting, and shopping, Filipinos are crazy about beauty pageants. It might be the years of American rule that gave them this love for competitive beauty, but the fact remains a fact. They have won in all major international pageants 15 times.
Wow.
There were 4 girls crowned Miss Universe, 1 Miss World, 6 title holders of Miss International, and 4 Miss Earth crowns. The first official pageant was held within the country in 1908, and since 2001, it's not just about beauty, but also for the promotion of environmental protection. Would you like to visit the Philippines? Or
Yeah.
maybe you've already been there? Let me know in the comments section below. Don't forget to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.
All right, what did you think of Brightside's 14 reasons the Philippines is different from the rest of the world.
That was really cool. That was like really fun and interesting to learn about that stuff.
You know, she's. Give it a minute, you guys. Give it a minute. Sometimes she short circuits. It's okay. She just had a baby. This is what happens sometimes.
It makes total sense.
It makes total sense. Here, I'll interpret for you.
It makes total sense that it was a Filipino that created the karaoke machine. Like we were just talking about how everybody there can sing. How it's just like bred into them to just be wonderful singers. So at first I was like, oh, that's really interesting. And then I was like, no, that makes absolute sense. That doesn't surprise me at all, actually.
No. And yeah, so in our other video about the Philippine tourism ads, we mentioned that we react to a lot of Filipino artists because Filipino artists are crushing it with singers. And if any other country wants us to react to them, they need to produce singers like the Philippines do, but they don't. Okay, not even America. America cannot stand 2 feet with the talent that comes out of the Philippines. Can't even touch them. Like honestly, it's pretty. I know you're giggly.
I'm listening to what you're saying. I agree with you.
But I want to see more. I want to learn more.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that dumb American that like just shows up at the Philippines and is like, I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that dude.
Basically what he's saying is if you know any other videos similar to this that can teach us some cool, interesting facts or give us some knowledge, then drop them in the comments below.
And for all of my American friends, have you guys gone to or anybody else, any foreigners, have you guys gone to the Philippines? What was your thoughts? I know we're probably going to get a lot of Filipinos responding. Guys, what do you guys think of tourism? What do you guys think of foreigners coming to your country?
Give us the do's and don'ts.
Give us the do's and don'ts.
Places we should definitely make sure to check out. Places to avoid.
Yep. All that stuff. We're trying to educate us so that in summertime, we'll see you. And I would love to be vlogging our journey and meet all of you guys. I want to meet people.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see you guys. So anyways, that's our time. Thank you so much. You know what to do down in the comments. Leave us all the stuff. And we'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.